Hello, welcome to this video therapy to stop smoking. But firstly, let me explain that for this therapy to work successfully, it is necessary that you must sincerely want to stop smoking. The reason why is that certain facts and suggestions will be put to you, some of which are designed to enter into the unconscious mind. And should you for any reason not want to stop smoking, you can stop those suggestions entering your unconscious mind at any time. Therefore, if you have a sincere, genuine desire to stop smoking, you will allow those suggestions to enter into your unconscious mind. And this will help you to stop in the easiest way possible. Now pause for a moment and ask yourself a very important question. Do you really want to stop smoking? If the answer is yes, this therapy will help you. Have no doubts about that whatsoever. Now before we continue, ask yourself why you want to stop smoking. And some of the most commonest reasons will now appear on your screen in order to help you. Just continue watching the screen. All of the above are perfectly sound reasons for wanting to stop smoking. But if these reasons are so important to you, why haven't you stopped before now? And if you have stopped, why are you now back to smoking? You can blame addiction, tension, overwork, money worries, family worries, etc. But none of these reasons are sufficiently justifiable to warrant possible crippling death by cancer, or becoming a social outcast, or feeling ashamed of your lack of willpower. Now are they? Of course they are not. So why do you smoke when every single sensible thought in your head tells you that you shouldn't? Well, the simple answer is this. It is accepted in almost every field of psychology that there are two parts to the human mind, which for simplicity can be likened to a triangle. The upper, smaller part being the conscious, and the lower, larger, the unconscious. The unconscious being by far the more powerful of the two. The conscious part is that part which thinks logically. That is to say, the part that tells you that you should not be smoking. The unconscious is the illogical feeling part. It reacts to feelings both past and present. For example, when we are children, we are often told by our parents to go fast asleep at night when we are put to bed, otherwise the bogeyman will get us. Naturally, we grow up with an unconscious fear of the bogeyman. And no matter how we tell ourselves in adult life that logically there is no such person as a bogeyman, we still have a fear of the dark. This is called unconscious conditioning. Therefore, if a smoking problem lay in the conscious levels of the mind, we would deal with it logically. But a smoking problem does not lie in the conscious part of the mind. It lies in the unconscious levels, and is either the result of unconscious conditioning, or in the beginning it served a purpose, often past, and has developed into a habit. So what I am saying is that in the beginning, smoking often served a purpose. For example, helped you to feel grown up, but through the years developed into a habit. All habits lie in the unconscious part of the mind. Of course, smoking can help to relieve tension, but this therapy will deal with that problem if it exists by helping you to feel less tense in your everyday life. So in order to help you to understand how this video therapy will help you to stop smoking, firstly, let us explore some of the reasons why smoking could harm you, thereby developing a strong unconscious desire to stop smoking, which is a requirement before this therapy will work successfully. Now let yourself relax as much as you possibly can. Be aware that no one can force you to relax, so allow yourself to relax. For as you do so, you will find that the facts which I am about to outline will help to reinforce that strong inner desire to stop smoking. You can be certain that smoking is responsible for many deaths and a great deal of illness. For in a recent survey it was found that statistically, out of every 1,000 smokers, 1 may be murdered, 6 may die of road accidents, but 250, that is to say, 1 in 4 will die ahead of their time because they have smoked. This simply means that through smoking, you are more than likely committing suicide. You already know that smoking is associated with lung cancer, with bronchitis, with emphysema, with heart disease. And it is of no value saying that some people can smoke without contracting these crippling diseases. For you will find that this will not excuse you from joining the queue of people waiting to get these crippling and agonizing diseases. It simply means that you die from something else before you get to the end of the line. I personally believe that cancer is a stress disease and can only occur where inner stress is suppressed. Some smokers never have suppressed inner tensions, and in my opinion need never fear cancer. However, bronchitis, heart disease and emphysema may appear whether any form of stress is there or not. So what causes these diseases to occur? To understand why, you must become aware that in every cigarette there are over 100 different chemicals, 5 of which are cancer-producing agents. There are slightly less in other tobaccos. All of these alien agents are being sucked into a complicated living mechanism, your lungs. You should also be aware that such diseases as lung cancer and bronchitis give little or no warning that they are there until it is too late. But even so, both of these illnesses, if treated in their early stages, can be helped, and at the least will give you more years of life. In simple terms, therefore, the alien agents in tobacco have the effect of preventing normal body defense cells, in particular those in your lungs, from working effectively. This, it has been found, is why, in the cases of emphysema, the lungs become damaged beyond repair. It is also factual that our lungs grow less efficient as we grow older. As a result, we become more prone to disease. It stands to reason, therefore, that filling your lungs with alien chemicals, that is to say, tobacco smoke, will only cause damage to your lungs. I would like now to explain what happens to these chemicals introduced into your lungs. Naturally, the chemicals are absorbed into your bloodstream, and the carbon monoxide element prevents hemoglobin from carrying oxygen in the body. As every organ in your body requires oxygen to function correctly, it stands to reason, therefore, that the body will suffer as a result. One of the most noticeable symptoms that smokers have, because the skin is starved of oxygen, is that they look older than their years. In addition to oxygen being restricted, in its movement through the body, the foreign chemicals cause fatty deposits to be deposited on the sides of the artery walls. Red blood cells bind together, forming a clot. With luck, the clot will disperse. But in some cases, the clot completely blocks the artery, preventing blood circulation. This can cause heart failure, and in the event that a clot occurs in the legs, it can cause gangrene. It is known, therefore, that more legs are amputated in this country as a result of this occurring than any other cause, including industrial and motor vehicle accidents. Fortunately, if clots in the legs are treated early, an arterial bypass can be inserted, saving the leg. But this having been done means that you must stop smoking. To carry on smoking will indeed ensure that your leg will reach that stage when gangrene will occur and the leg will have to be amputated. Now let us explore some of the reasons why you may want to stop smoking. Firstly, fear of cancer. Statistics show that 90% of people who die with lung cancer, cancer of the mouth, cancer of the jaw, cancer of the throat, are smokers. They die ahead of their time. And the Oxford University Department of Cancer Studies has said that this can be anything between 10 and 15 years. A person who dies with cancer invariably suffers a great deal of pain and wastes away. And there is often a family left behind to cope without a father or mother. They pay a high price for the smoker's indulgence in smoking him or herself to death. Fear of bronchitis and or heart disease. Without question, smoking contributes heavily to deaths caused by heart failure, that is heart disease, or bronchitis. Once again, ahead of time. In neither case are early warning signals given. And to continue smoking when one has bronchitis can only make that bronchitis worse, and can result in spending the rest of your life dependent on artificial oxygen supplies, perhaps having to use an oxygen mask 2 or 3 times every day, or indeed carrying an oxygen supply around with you wherever you go. Smell. To a non-smoker, the smell of stale tobacco smoke is revolting. Certainly, to smoke in a non-smoker's house is exactly the same as if a non-smoker walked into a smoker's home with a sack filled with emptied ashtrays, for example, cigarette ash, empty cigarette packets, cigarette ends, and emptying that bag onto the living room dining table and insisting that they are left there for the rest of the day. Shame. A smoker's shame lies in the fact that he or she is not in control. Small, inanimate objects, for example, cigarettes, are in control of their lives. Pregnancy. Research shows that babies born to mothers who smoke during pregnancy have their growth affected. They are smaller, more premature, are more likely to be dead or die soon after birth. Smoking during pregnancy is a convenient way to ensure that a baby has less of a chance of survival when born. And if that is what the mother wants, she must carry on smoking. The death of a small baby is indeed a very high price to pay for the pleasure of smoking during pregnancy. Bad breath. All smokers have bad breath, without exception. Just as a person who drinks beer has the smell of stale beer on their breath, so a smoker has the smell of stale tobacco on his or her breath. The only difference being that a drinker of beer has that smell on his or her breath for only a short while. A smoker has the smell of stale tobacco smoke on their breath all of the time. Financial. Recently, a reporter asked for my help in stopping smoking. In the article that she wrote about her experience, it was headed, "Burying a Bad Habit That Cost £2,500. In the 10 years that she was smoking, she estimated that she had smoked 72,000 cigarettes. If she had saved the money that she had spent on those 72,000 cigarettes, she would no doubt have been able to bring to fruition one of her dreams. Now I want you to look at this chart. If you have been smoking cigarettes, decide approximately how much more money you would have had now if you had never smoked. And then, for a moment, daydream about what you could do with it if you had it now. And then, consider the future and think what the extra money will do for you once you have stopped smoking altogether. No longer in control of self. We all have free will. That is the ability to say yes or no to a given situation. There are, of course, certain exceptions, but generally speaking, we can say yes or no. A smoker believes that the choice of saying yes or no is denied to them. They are no longer in control of themselves. We describe the mentally insane in exactly the same way. Sex life. Smoking does not in any way affect a person's sex life. Providing both partners smoke, their breath smell, stale tobacco smoke is in their hair and on their bodies, they lack stamina, and they don't mind making love in a bedroom that smells. If one partner smokes and the other one doesn't, then no doubt some, if not all, of the enjoyment is taken out of sex. Remember, when you see actresses and actors on your television or cinema screens in bedroom scenes, they are paid to look as though they are enjoying themselves. However, that cigarette smoked at the end of a love scene makes a lie of what you have been watching. Damaging loved ones. This not only means that committing suicide through smoking hurts your loved ones who are left behind, but also that passive smokers in your family and colleagues at work are being hurt by your smoking. By this I mean that tests have shown that people who are in the presence of others who are smoking also take into their bloodstream a certain amount of nicotine. This really means that they are forced to smoke against their will. A percentage of tobacco smoked by the smoker. To understand the real significance of this, you must consider who around you is a passive smoker. Is it your working colleague? Is it your wife, your husband, or is it your own children? Whoever it is, you are subjecting them to the risk of serious illness. That is to say, killing them. There are, of course, other reasons which are self-explanatory, but still need thinking about. So once again, let us look at those reasons shown earlier on your screen. Accept as many as you can as sincere reasons for wanting to stop, and you will have taken a giant stride towards stopping. As I have already stated, this therapy is intended to get your unconscious mind to help you to stop smoking. This is not as difficult as it may seem. For by the end of this therapy, you will have stopped smoking completely, or you will find that you are cutting down considerably on the amount of tobacco that you smoke. The only requirement is that you must sincerely and truthfully want to stop smoking. So let us go into the second part of this therapy, which is designed to help you to stop smoking in the easiest way possible. I call this my video cybernetic method, simply meaning a reconditioning of the unconscious mind through relaxation. For when we are relaxed, our unconscious minds become more susceptible to suggestions. And because you really want to stop smoking, so your unconscious mind will now be ready and willing to accept and act upon suggestions that will help you to stop. Now make yourself comfortable. Loosen any tight clothing. Ensure that you are warm and that you will not be disturbed for the next approximately 25 minutes. You need then only listen to my voice, allowing yourself to relax, following my instructions carefully. And if you are now ready, we will begin the second part of this video therapy to help you to stop smoking. Now continue watching the screen. You can now see the swinging pendulum of a metronome. Focus your attention on the top of the pendulum. Follow it with your eyes. Concentrate your hearing on the tick of the metronome and keep your eyes open until I ask you to close them. It does not matter if you feel a little tense at this moment, for soon you are entering into a deep state of relaxation, during which time your unconscious mind will help you to stop smoking. You will also become aware of words flashing on your screens. These are intended to enter into your unconscious mind and do not require you to read them consciously. You are also finding that you are remaining conscious during the remainder of this therapy. And although your mind may wander and you may feel you are losing track of what I am saying, and if you are tired, you may even feel you have fallen asleep, none of this will make any difference to the effect of this therapy. As you continue watching the pendulum, you will feel yourself becoming more and more relaxed. And as you do so, your unconscious mind is becoming more and more receptive to what I say. So continue relaxing, and now let your eyes close. For in a few moments' time, we are going to ask your unconscious mind to let us know if you are now ready to stop smoking. For just as we nod our heads when we say yes, and shake our heads when we say no, so this is the unconscious mind using our body to speak. And so, realizing this, we are going to allow the unconscious mind to speak through your body. And this is what we are about to do. In a moment's time, I am going to ask your unconscious mind to indicate to us if you are ready at this moment in time to break the smoking habit completely. And if the answer is yes, the unconscious mind will reply by lifting up the left index finger, the index finger on your left hand, the finger next to the thumb. If the answer is no, it will remain perfectly still. Now concentrate on the index finger. Allow the unconscious mind to take control. And as it does so, you may become aware of the feelings in that finger changing. You may feel the finger becoming numb. You may feel pins and needles. Continue concentrating, and now I am asking your unconscious mind if you are now ready to stop smoking, to break the smoking habit, to become a permanent non-smoker with effect from this moment now. I am asking your unconscious mind if you are now ready to stop smoking, to break the smoking habit, to become a permanent non-smoker with effect from this moment now. So continue concentrating on the index finger. If the finger has lifted itself up, you are ready to stop smoking. And this means that the only thing that will prevent you from stopping is your conscious thoughts. That is to say, a misguided belief that you cannot stop. For as from this moment your unconscious mind is willing to allow you to stop, and as the problem of smoking lies within the unconscious mind, then there is no reason why you should not stop. If you are not certain if your finger has moved, slightly open your eyes and look at the finger. If it has not moved, do not concern yourself, for sometimes it takes a number of these sessions to get the unconscious mind to agree to you stopping smoking and to lift the finger. Also, it may not have moved because of conscious intervention. That is to say, you are consciously stopping it moving, even though your unconscious mind may be willing to allow you to stop. In all of these cases, whether the finger moved or not, you will find that you are getting nearer to the time when you can stop completely. If your eyes have not closed again, please close them now. Continue allowing yourself to relax for the remainder of the session. For the remainder of this session is designed to help you to stop completely or to smoke less each day until you are ready to stop once and for all time, completely. Now just simply continue listening to my voice with your eyes closed and let yourself relax more and more. Relax completely, enjoying every moment of this relaxation therapy to stop smoking. Now think of my voice as a gentle breeze blowing through the mind, blowing away all cares, all worries, all concerns, all mental tension. Breathe gently. Breathe freely. Breathe gently and freely. Concentrate on your breathing. Each time you breathe out, imagine you are pushing tensions out of your fingertips. Imagine you are pushing tensions out of your body, for tension at this moment in time serves no purpose whatsoever. Tension is unwanted. Let that tension go. Just let it go. And with each breath that you take, you are becoming more relaxed. With each breath that you take, becoming more relaxed. With each breath, more relaxed. Just feel the relaxation flowing through the body, becoming more and more pleasant as each moment goes by. Feel calmness. Feel total calmness in the whole of your body. Feel it in your mind, in your neck, in your arms, your hands, your chest, your stomach, your back, your legs, and your feet. Feel a total calmness in the whole of your body. And as you do so, become aware that relaxation is nature's way to rest. It is nature's way to renew strength. Strength of body, strength of will. So feel the easy strength. Feel your body becoming more refreshed, revitalized. Feel the strength of your will. Feel that willpower, that determination to stop smoking growing stronger as each moment goes by. Growing stronger and stronger as each moment goes by. Now I want you to picture yourself either in the country or on a beach or anywhere else where you know that you would normally feel perfectly relaxed, but not indoors, someplace that is outside. Perhaps you can picture a past holiday, or perhaps you can anticipate a holiday in the future, where there are no cares and all worries have been left behind. And as you see yourself in the country or on a beach or anywhere else, become aware of the healthy, clean, fresh air. Imagine you're breathing in that clean, fresh air. Become aware how healthy that air feels as it enters into your lungs. And as you feel that clean, fresh air entering into your lungs, become aware that this is the opposite to breathing into your lungs harmful chemicals in the nature of tobacco smoke. And as you do so, become aware that you really do want to stop smoking. Because to stop smoking will make you feel healthier, will give you more stamina. And now for a moment, just cast your mind back to that very first time when you smoked a cigarette or smoked tobacco of any kind. Doesn't matter if during this session you cannot remember that exact first time. If you can't, just imagine it. For the first time you smoked tobacco, you will have felt that burning taste. Perhaps you were coughing. Perhaps the tobacco smoke was choking you. And of course, this simply meant that your body didn't want it. Remember the dizzy feelings as that tobacco entered into your bloodstream. Remember those feelings. For every cigarette, every pipe of tobacco, every cigar smoked has that same first time feeling attached to it. But because it's developed into a habit, our unconscious mind disguises those feelings. Our unconscious mind con us into believing that cigarettes taste all right, that a pipe tastes fine and cigars are all right. Well, up to now, you have not been in control. But now you are in control. And there is no need to smoke. There is no reason. there is no desire. There is no need, reason, or desire to smoke. You don't need cigarettes to continue living. There is no reason to smoke simply because your body does not need tobacco smoke of any kind. And because you know of the harmful effects, there is no desire to smoke. As you relax more deeply, feel confident that you can stop smoking. Feel that extra surge of willpower, that extra boost of willpower. For you know you can and that you will stop smoking, because you are becoming more determined every day to remain a non-smoker once you have stopped. You are becoming stronger in your determination to end the smoking habit once and for all time. There is no need, there is no reason, there is no desire to smoke. No matter where you are, no matter what you are doing, no matter who you are with, you have no need, reason, or desire to smoke. Now, in a moment's time, I am going to count from 1 to 3. When I reach the number 3, your eyes will open. And you are remaining perfectly relaxed, perfectly calm and relaxed. And on your screen, you will see words being flashed there. And as you see those words flashing on your screen, don't try to read them. Just let them sink into the unconscious levels of your mind. For those words are designed to help you in your determination to break the smoking habit. After a short while, I will count from 3 down to 1. As I do so, just let your eyes close again. And as your eyes close, become twice as deeply relaxed. So ready. 1, 2, 3. Now allow your eyes to open, remaining perfectly relaxed. Perfectly relaxed. Feeling perfectly calm and relaxed. Relaxed. And now, 3, 2, 1. Now allow your eyes to gently close and become twice as deeply relaxed. Become aware that your desire to stop smoking is now so strong that there is no doubt whatsoever in your mind that you are about to become a permanent and lasting non-smoker. And you are finding that should you have, perhaps in the next few days, an odd thought or an odd feeling that you would like to smoke, become aware that that odd thought or feeling is simply the tail end of a habit which has enslaved you personally. And as you become aware of that tail end of a habit, just simply take a deep breath. Hold your breath for a moment or two. let your breath slowly out. And as you let your breath slowly out, just let the tensions leave your body. And you'll find that all thoughts, all feelings of wanting to smoke are leaving you. And you are feeling calm and relaxed. And continuing with whatever you were doing, continuing to feel calm and relaxed, calm and relaxed, calm and relaxed. And now become aware of the many benefits that you are finding as a non-smoker. For example, you need never ever fear ill health again. You'll never have bad breath again. You will look younger. You'll feel pride in the fact that you are now fully in control of yourself. You'll be financially better off with money that you can spend on more worthwhile and lasting things. You'll become sociably more acceptable. You are no longer damaging your loved ones. You are feeling happier, healthier, and looking forward to a longer life. For there is no need to smoke. There is no reason to smoke. There is no desire to smoke. You have no need, reason, or desire to smoke. Now, in a few moments' time, this therapy will be over. And when it is over, you are keeping with you just as much as you want of these feelings of calmness and relaxation. You are also finding, as each day is going by, that you are becoming and you are remaining happier, more content, less tense, more optimistic, more settled, more physically relaxed, and more confident. More confident. Confident not only in yourself, but confident, supremely confident that you can and that you will remain a non-smoker, and that never again will you smoke a cigarette. Never again will you smoke a cigar. Never again will you smoke a pipe. That is to say, supremely confident that never again will you smoke. So as I now count from 1 to 7, you are becoming more and more aware of your body, and it's just like awakening from a sleep. When I reach the number 7, you'll feel wide awake. You'll feel refreshed. You'll feel revitalized. You'll have a wonderful feeling of well-being. A feeling of well-being that is remaining with you. And you are feeling determined and confident. Determined and confident. Never ever again to smoke. So as I now count from 1 to 7, become more wide awake. More wide awake. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feeling calm. 5. Relaxed. 6. And confident. 7. that's wide awake with a wonderful feeling of well-being. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Feeling wide awake with a wonderful feeling of well-being. I hope you've enjoyed my video therapy to stop smoking. All you need to do now is to allow those feelings of calmness and confidence to remain with you. And if you feel that tail end of a habit, just simply take that deep breath. And as you let your breath out, allow any tensions in your body to leave. And now I wish you every success in achieving that which your heart desires.